want to start just with a couple of thank yous. We'll start that way, and then we'll go into the actual siyum. Can you hear me in the back? Thank you. I really I'm awed and humbled by the response that I've seen to this siyum. Everyone really wanted to get involved. Everyone really wanted to help and just be part of it, and it really means a lot to me. So I want to start with a couple of thank yous. First, I want to thank the Kollel for hosting this and for really being a home away from home for me for a very long time now. And for opening the doors to me, really allowing me to be here whenever I want. Thank you for that. I also want to thank Nativ Aryeh, my yeshiva in Eretz Yisrael. It was a kotel back then, but now it's Nativ Aryeh, and the Rosh Yeshiva, Rabbina, for putting up with me and really instilling in me the desire to learn. Instilling in me the importance of learning. He used to get very upset with me. I'm not going to imitate his voice, just whatever. He used to say, Schwartz is a nice boy. He's a nice boy. He used to say to the room, can anybody say a bad thing about Schwartz? Right? But he used to scream at me, you can't learn. You can't learn. He used to throw stenders across the room. He was so upset with me. And he's right. Can't learn. But I'm trying. I'm definitely trying. But he definitely gave me instilled the importance of learning. And within the Nativ Aryeh, I need to thank Rav Ami Merzel, Rav Shiloni, Rav Amos, Rav Tarragon, all the people who really sweetened Torah for me, who really made it sweet, who showed me the beauty of learning. And that's where really a lot of this started. I also want to thank NCSY and Rabbi Greenland for being mechayev me to learn every morning, and for allowing me in the morning to have a full seder, so that when I come and I'm there, and Brad Sugar also I really need to thank also for just allowing me to have the mornings to learn, because they really understand the importance of bringing your best game. That you're going to be there in front of Talmidim, and they need to see someone who is learning, who's current, who's inspired, and they understand that that's what I need in the morning, and they allow me to do that. So I really have a lot of akar satov for that. Thank you. I also want to thank all the Rabbanim who learned with me for this siyum. Rabbi Rand, Rabbi Yosef Cohn, Rabbi Matis Weinberg, Rabbi Sussman, and Rabbi Rosenberg. I learned many Masechtas with them over the years, over the past 11 years, and it's a big schus to have most of them here, and it really means a lot to me. So I have a lot of akar satov. Thank you very much. As a parent, I'm learning that as much as you can try, you can never really say thank you. It's almost like a joke, As when your kid says thank you to you, it's like, really? For what? For life, for everything, So, what are you gonna do? But at the very least, I can say thank you for this, for really working, my parents and my in-laws for really working on this siyum to really make it possible, amongst everything else, on a day-to-day basis, on an hour-to-hour basis, I should say, for allowing me to learn and really giving us the support we need every single day. And hopefully, at the very least, I can offer a little bit of nachas. If not me, at least the grandkids, give a little nachas to you along the way. And of course, I have to thank Maisha Chayil, who really understands what it takes to create a Torah home. These past years have been pretty rough. She's been going through school. There's a lot going on, and she stands strong. You're not going to miss Seder. You're going to go. There's kids in the back. Kids need to go to sleep. I need to study for my test. It doesn't make a difference. You're going to learn. B'ezras Hashem, the siyum should be a zechus that any of the challenges that are coming up should be a zechus, that we should get through them, and whatever challenges Hashem puts in our way, that we'll be able to be zocheh to overcome. Amen. Amen. That was the hard part. L'havdil elef havdalos. There's a sports figure who was known as the greatest ever. And when he was brought into the Hall of Fame, he made a speech. And in his speech, he was talking about how he became the greatest. And he talks about how he saw the greatest person, and he said, well, they're probably the greatest person because they never played me. And each person, he said, and then I played you, and then they're all sitting in the stands, and I played you, and I was better, and I played you, and I was better. And it was just gaiva like you can imagine. I won't mention his name. You probably know who I'm talking about. You know, with Torah, it's mamish exactly the opposite. The more you learn, the more you realize how complex and how deep the Torah is. It's like you're walking and you just see every sugya, you just see buildings. They're like coming up around you. You just see you get a glimpse of the sugya in the Gemara, and it's just, wow, there's so much more. And I have no idea what this is. And the more you get involved, the more you get a little bit more, and just to understand what it meant for a psak, for a Moshe, it's what he had to do probably 100 times over the Gemara and 100 times over the Mefarshim, just to get to one psak. It's awe-inspiring. It's humbling. So for me, you know, I look at the dapim that I learned, and I know that the ones that I did once, or the ones that I went through quickly, you know, gewaldig. You know, but the ones that you go over and over and over, 20 times, you know, just those ones, those are the sweetest ones. When you can really be amo, and you can really get your hands into the sugya. That's the sweetness of Torah. And maybe I would say just as a something that really meant a lot to me, you know, that I think maybe we should all try to have a sugya. You know, have a sugya, a couple lines that we own. You know, that you know Baal Peh, it's in your mind. When you know, how much time do we have? You know, you're driving in the car, there's so much we can do. You just go over it, and that's your sugya. And that, I think, is a really, it's, because then you really feel the sweetness. You really feel like you're part of it, you're in it. And that I think, is really amazing. So I'm going to go through the last parak, and I'm going to go through the last sugya here in Sanhedrin. It's the last sugya in Parak Chelek. The Mishnah says, "V'lo yibak b'yadcha me'uma min acherem, kol zman she'rishayim be'olam charon af be'olam." So the Gemara starts by asking, "Man rishayim? Who are the rishayim?" Amar Rav Yosef, Ganove. Who are the rishayim? The Ganove. Taner Rabbanan, Rasha bali olam, charon bali olam. When a wicked man, when a Rasha comes into the world, so there's, I guess, destruction comes into the world. Shnamar b'ba Rasha bagam buz v'im kalun cherpa. So some type of scorn and disgrace. There's insult that comes to the world. Rasha avad min olam. When a Rasha is lost from the world. Tova bali olam. Very good, right? There's a good in the world now. Shnamar uba avad rishayim rina. When rishayim are lost, then there's an excitement. Tzadik niftar min olam, when a tzadik is lost in the world. Rina bali olam. So then there's, Tzadik niftar min olam, rab bali olam. When a tzadik is lost from the world, so then there's a ra coming into the world. Shemar hat tzadik avad ve'ein ish sham alei ve'anshe chesed ne'esafim. Ba'in mavin ki mipnei hara ne'esaf hat tzadik. So that's the pasuk. Okay, so tzaddik bali olam, tova bali olam. So when a tzaddik comes into the world, then tova comes into the world. Shenemar zeinach amenu, mima'asenu u'me'atzvon yadenu. So the pasuk in Parshas Noach. So the Maharal brings a Gemara in Bava Kama that talks about this idea of. He brings the Gemara that's a famous Gemara about the difference between a ganav and a